In this video, we're going to talk about the Yes 2020, the powder skateboard as I call it. It's got that powder hull technology in the tip and the tail that funnels the snow out. It's based off technology used on a boat. It's one of those boards that you can pop and spring and play around on. It's a powder freestyle board. You're going to go hit a backcountry jump, you want a twin, this is what you want. It's also volume shifted, so you can ride a smaller version of it. It's super wide. It's just a unique ride, and it's unique to Yes. This board features Yes's powder hull camber profile, which is flat into a 3D hollowed out hull in the tip and the tail. This allows snow to funnel out. It still gives the board float. It's designed for making this thing basically a powder skateboard. That's the only way I can describe it. The pop is very laid back. It's very skate styled. The 2020 can best be summed up as being a skateboard for powder. It's got those double powder hulls in the nose and the tail, coupled with softer flex out there and then a stiffer midsection with an okay amount of torsional flex, so you can twist it, but you're not really going to over flex this board. By and large, this board is stable because of its width. You will notice a little bit of chatter in the rocker and the nose and the tail, but not enough that it resonates back underfoot. This is a board that it might get bucked around in mogults or frozen death chunder, but if you're hitting that shit instead of riding fresh pow with it, that's your fault. This board has snap, but you want to make sure you're flat based. If you're on your toe or your heel edge and you go to pop, it doesn't have as much snap and it sometimes slips out. The way you engage the pop on this board is very skate-like, so it makes sense to stay flat based. You just roll along and then pop. This board can handle jumps. It's got enough surface area that it compensates for its lack of length with its width, and you'll be able to pop. With that powder hull in the nose and the tail, you can really butter with this board. Pop into it, and it's going to funnel the snow back out. Now, sometimes I did notice that heavier, wetter snow would pack into that powder hull. It wasn't really that big of an issue. Just be aware that this could be something that happens. This board can jib. If you want to go hit park features with it, go for it. I mean, personally, I would hit log jibs. That's what you do on a powder skateboard like this. Log jibs, not park jibs, unless it's a powder park day, which if you've never experienced a powder park day, you're missing out. This board can rail turns. It's one of those boards you can just go out and carve with it when you're cutting back to the chairlift to get to the pop. And I mean really rail turns. You can just press off the tail and get this thing to slingshot out of anything. It does every kind of variation carve, mainly in part because you're not fighting the length, you just have more surface area under the foot. And while it doesn't have the most torsional flex to it, you can still center steer the board or independently steer it with your feet. This is a pow board for the powder freestyle guy, someone that's going to go in the trees, someone that's hitting log jibs, someone that's hitting backcountry jumps and going to spin into pow. It's not the best in wide open pow, but it'll get the job done. It's not quite a quiver of one powder board where you can do everything with it, but it's a versatile weapon to add to your quiver. These are the ones that most closely stack up to it. The K2 Party Platter, the Ride War Pig, the Marhar Lumberjack. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification, and I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews for you guys that enjoy what we're doing.